Hello everyone, thanks for joining this session. My name is Vedant and we are going to talk on exploring Jira integrations. Before directly jumping on to topic, I hope you are enjoying the JiraCon and uh, you know let's move to the actual topic for today. We are going to talk on exploring Jira integrations in simple way. Basically, we will be going to talk on what are the different ways using which you can achieve the Jira integrations, or you can connect your applications, in-house applications with Jira? What are those ways we will going to look at? So let's get started. So most of you have come across these type of questions, such as uh, Jira can really exchange the data with other applications, or uh, is it really possible to integrate Jira with well-known applications such as ServiceNow, Azure DevOps, or even with your inbuilt web applications? So in that case, yes, there are different ways using which you can achieve, and you'll get answers to all these questions. And the different ways are from the native to extending the native functionality to the next level. So in simple way, from the basic of the functionality to extending to using marketplace apps and so on. So that is what we are going to discuss and talk on this topic. So what are those possible ways basically? So I would like to start with very a popular and native feature in Jira, that is basically a webhook. You know, so when you want to integrate your inbuilt web application, um, webhook is something which definitely can help you to integrate with with your web app or web application. So webhook is basically it's a call over HTTP, and you do not require continuous polling from other end of the application. So you have to configure the webhook in Jira, and also set the events on what are the events that you want to trigger this webhook. So you can configure the webhook in Jira. Here we are going to talk on not only for one side of the application, that is we are going to talk on the Jira which is on premises and on cloud as well. So in the both ways, you can have the webhook to be configured and set the configurations and related events to notify your other end of the application. So when your end goal is to just to notify what is happening in the Jira, then yes, you are good to go with implementing webhook in the Jira. So what are the things that you will require here? The very first thing that you will require is URL. So in that case, you probably have to work with your inbuilt app developers. For example, if the application is built on PHP technology, then you may have to work with your PHP developers to get the proper URL, and you have to set and get the proper URL in the webhook. Once you set the proper URL in the webhook, there are some events you have to select it based on your requirement. You can select issue related events, such as issue is created, or the issue is updated, or comment is added, workload is added. You can also add your non-issue events, such as project is created, or version has been created or archived, and also some uh, some scrum, or I'll say sprint related event, like a sprint is created or board is created. So all these type of events, once you select it, you have to save that webhook. So whatever the things or whatever the events happen in the Jira will get notified to the other end of the application. So Jira will pass over the data through HTTP, and whatever the URL you have passed in the webhook, through which the data will be passed and it will get notified to the your inbuilt application. So you can achieve this level of integration using native functionality of Jira, that is webhook. Okay, so let's talk about one more example here. So whenever again, this is the example of inbuilt um, PHP application. Um, so we have achieved this integration, Jira integration, with the help of the script runner. So basically, we are extending the native feature using script runner, well-known application. You must have heard about script runner. So we are basically defining REST APIs. You all know REST APIs is set of rules to communicate your applications. If it is inbuilt applications, you have to define some set of required parameters, such as what is the user that you are going to authenticate, using which to the other end of the application. So user and basically the authentication string you have to pass, and once the authentication string is authorized, and it checks with the other end of the application, you can pass the custom data as well. In our case, we were passing the data like Jira issue key, if you want to pass Jira comment, attachment, and even Jira uh, you know Jira data, basically. So you can add the custom data in the payload and share the data to the other end of the application. So this is one of the again useful feature to which you can integrate Jira with your inbuilt application. So here we have used REST API as an example. In our case, it was PHP as a developed application. So in your case, it might be your .NET application or any other application. If your other team is using internally, you may have to communicate and integrate Jira. So this might be one of the useful ways you can opt it, and you can achieve inbuilt application using REST API as well. Okay, let's take on let's also see what are the possible ways. Another way is which is bundle functionality, application links, and OAuth, which is another a great functionality from the Atlassian, where um, not only creating just application links, you can also make use of OAuth to pass tokens, and also to integrate your in-house on-premises applications to your cloud applications. If you talk about cloud applications only, then you can integrate seamlessly with Jira Cloud, Confluence Cloud, and Bitbucket Cloud, uh, with the native functionality application links. But if we are going to talk on the Bitbucket, which is on server, and Jira Cloud, then the OAuth is something which is really helpful, and using which you can integrate Jira with other Atlassian applications as well. So I'll show you one of the example here what we have achieved. So on this example, you can see that Jira, we have integrated Jira Cloud with Bitbucket server using OAuth. So all you need to do is we have to you know also do a pre-checks before setting this integration. You may have to work with your IT team to get the required ports to be open from the Bitbucket server end, as it's an on-premises application, so you might require that. So once you do the pre-checks, like opening the ports, the URL, it's set for uh, the outgoing and incoming the request. Then you have to pass your Jira Cloud site URL in the Bitbucket server. So this Bitbucket server is this app, basically the feature which is available in the Bitbucket server It's the Jira Cloud integration. It's a native feature from Bitbucket server again. So you can integrate um, using your client ID, you know, the secret ID. So basically, these are you can call it as in a simple way. You can call it as a tokens. So in a in a simple way, the tokens will be exchanged between these two applications. So on your left, you'll see this JiraCon 22.Atlassian.net, which is a Jira cloud site, and you'll see the OAuth credentials. I have two Bitbucket servers associated with one of the Bitbucket server is the active one. So you'll see the Trundle Bitbucket server that is the the active Bitbucket server which is connected to this cloud site, where we are passing the information from the Bitbucket server to the Jira cloud, such as what are the commits, what are the pull request, and what are the other details associated with the repositories. So using OAuth, you will see this kind of information on Jira issues. So this will really help from a developer point of view if he have to see his commits, what are the pull requests so far that has been configured and that has been approved and merged with the repository. So on the issue itself, developer can see it. So and on the other end, if you talk about from the Bitbucket, if you see here, so on the other end, Bitbucket server, again, you have to do similar steps where you have to pass the tokens, and you have to set the Jira site URL, and then again this will show you the status of your connected application. So using OAuth, you can pass uh, information from Bitbucket server to the clouds, Jira Cloud, and from Jira Cloud to the Bitbucket server as well. Then what are the information in the next, in this slide, you'll see what are those set of information you'll see. On your left, you'll see the Bitbucket server, which is basically a dashboard view of a user login, on which you can see some Jira tickets associated with that user. So this data is pulling from the Jira cloud. Okay, so you can see what are the Jira tickets associated with the user, what are the status and summary and the issue key, and along with your day-to-day Bitbucket stuff like repositories, um, the status of particular change or pull request. Along with that, you can also see your Jira related or ticket related details. And if you want to see again a granular level of detail, you can also click on the issue, and it will open up on the Bitbucket server itself. So you can also move the status. For example, as a developer, you have worked on um, you have worked on one ticket, like fixing a form. In this example, you can take this example. You have worked on and fixed a UI form, and you are done with the push your code and whatever the things that you have to perform from the Bitbucket. And now you also have to move your task, so you can do it easily from Bitbucket itself. As we have integrated through OAuth, you'll get a functionality to move your story or task from Bitbucket itself. So you can move it to the dedicated the status, and your job is done. So in other end, as you can see on the right side of this this slide, this is a Jira issue view, on which you can see the development related information, which is what are the branches associated with this story, what are the commits, and what are the pull request. So as of now, I have only enabled these three features. If you want to also see builds and deployment related features, additionally you can do the configuration settings in the previous section. Now here, if you see, there are some the actions, and there are some also some features that you can also configure. So in the Bitbucket server side, and also from the Jira Cloud side, you can enable the deployment and feature flag related features, so that uh, you can see the builds and deployment related feature in the Jira itself, Jira as well. Okay, so this is again one of the important and useful feature of OAuth, open authentication. This has been achieved using open authentication. So this is again a native feature and very useful if you want to integrate Jira with your on-premises application, or in a simple way what we have discussed about Jira Cloud and Bitbucket server. So let's also talk on some reporting and some other end of the Jira. If now this type or this way is is only meant for the Jira data center or on-premise application. You cannot have it with the Jira Cloud. But most of the users are still inclined towards the Jira data center and Jira server. So these are really helpful ways to visualize the data and uh, you know to to make decisions based on the meaningful data. So connecting Jira uh, with your well-known dashboard or reporting tools like Tableau or Spotfires. These this database integration, which really help you to visualize data. In this example, what we have done, we have achieved the Jira integration with Tableau with the help of Jira database only. So it's again a native functionality. If you are on Jira server or Jira data center and you are connected to your database, you have to integrate Jira database with your Tableau or your Spotify, whatever the dashboard or visualization tool in your organization that you are using. So this is where you might require DBA or some level of help from the database admin to integrate with your Jira with these kind of tools. Or if you are well versed with the SQL statements, how to use it, how to basically query the data and password to the other application. You as a Jira admin can also alone perform this operation. So this is again helpful when in terms of Jira storing the data in multiple tables. The structure is hierarchical structure inside the database as well. Like there are multiple tables. Even if you want to search the data, search for one single issue, there are so many queries or so many parameters that you have to pass over to the SQL statements. So this type of approach or way can really help you, and also to the the higher or super management level to decide what data exactly we are fetching from the Jira and what we are visualizing in a bigger picture. So this will definitely help this level no, uh, this level of integration will definitely help to decide and make a decision based on the data. So this is again another very useful integration with the help of Jira database. Now here comes to the very important part. And till now we talked about native functionalities only, how native functionalities of Jira, like whether it's a database or it's a webhook, or even it's the REST APIs using which you can integrate your inbuilt applications, your database, reporting tools, and so on. Here comes to the very important and extending part of the Jira's native functionality, that is marketplace apps. So again, you all have must have work on these type of apps. But this is really helpful when you want to integrate Jira with the other teams, other set of teams. For example, let's discuss on one of the use case that we have achieved. You may come across a use case where you are working as a software team, or the set of users working as a software team, and you also need to integrate or collaborate with your help desk team, which is using another tool for managing help or managing help desk operation. You may want to integrate with them. You may want to collaborate with them. So definitely, integrating Jira with applications such as ServiceNow, or uh, as a DevOps, or whatever the other end of help desk application. You can use Accelerate as the connector through which you can integrate Jira with the other end of the application. So here, if you are on Jira data center, or if you are on the Jira cloud, it's available on both the platforms. You can integrate Excellent with both of the available platform. So what all you need is basically have to uh, you have to again collaborate with your other end of the team. That is, if it is a ServiceNow team, then you may probably work with ServiceNow team, then your Jira admins, and collaboratively do this sort of integration. So Excellent from Jira and Excellent from the ServiceNow team will talk to each other, and will share the data, and will exchange the data, and you will basically have the same copy from Jira at the Accelerate end, and Jira and Accelerate at the ServiceNow end. So these two Accelerate will communicate and share the data. So this is like one of the use case you may probably have to integrate within the Jira itself. That is also even possible if want to. If there are any licensing restrictions within the organization, you cannot have more licenses from the service desk agent perspective. Then you can make use of Accelerate. You can invest on Accelerate more rather than the service desk agent. Then it's some sort of the integrations like on the Accelerate at the service desk and Jira service desk end, or Jira service management end, and the other end is like Accelerate Jira software. The software team wants to handle in from the back end and work on the issues. What are the issues raised from the Jira service management? Then you can collaborate and integrate Accelerate within the Jira itself, like if it's Jira service management, Jira software as well. So this is again one of the very important add-on, and of add-on which using which you can collaborate and share the data between two different teams and two different applications as well. So this is for one of the IT teams. You can also integrate Jira with business teams, like such as MS Teams or Slack. Here, you know there are plenty of applications, third party apps are available in the market. You can you know integrate and install it on your Jira instance, uh, and you can have that sort of integration within the Jira, like on the issue itself. You can, for example, if we talk about MS Teams, you can directly integrate the Jira with the MS Teams, and you can have a direct chat from the Jira view itself to the end users within the organization. Or if you are within the organization using MS Teams, and the users are requesting you for Jira access related help, and you can basically start a Teams conversation from the issue itself. So that that sort of integration can also be achieved using business teams, or as a business team within the uh, you know Jira. So this is for business team. You can again also integrate Jira with Jenkins and for script runner. This will focus for software teams, like for the Jenkins. You can integrate, and this way you can also achieve some level of DevOps functionality in the Jira. And I would highly recommend to look for the DevOps show, which will be coming in next few hours, uh, and join to that session. You'll definitely look into how Jenkins and how DevOps exactly achieved with the help of Jira. So it's again to the next end of next I'll say next level of Jira integrations. So do check out that as well. So I'll also show you the case here, what we have achieved. So this is one of the example, extending your um, native functionality with MS Teams with the help of MS Team, application from the Yasun vendor. uh, as you can see on the screen, this snapshot will explain you if a user have raised a request to to provide the Jira access. So you can, once provide the Jira access, you don't have to worry about again going to the Jira, commenting on it, and waiting for the comment. If you are if you have this sort of integration, you can directly talk to that person directly, ping on the channel. Basically it will create a new a private channel in the Teams, and then you can uh, directly talk to that person whether he is really have the access, or he's really got the access or not. You can confirm over the Jira issue itself. So without leaving the Jira, you can integrate and talk to that person. So again, to achieve this level of integration, you'll definitely need with the help from the other end of the application. That is, probably you may have to work with your teams, MS Teams uh, admin, or IT admin is managing teams. And you may have to also work with your IT team to enable some sort of restriction if there are some restrictions inside the organization. So this is it, like it's a pretty straightforward and simple integration, but yes, very helpful. And again, a time saving configuration and integration. uh, and it provides a way to collaborate with your team, different teams. So this is how which this is designed, uh, like from native to the to the marketplace, how we are extending. If want to have a basic sort of integration, go ahead with uh, the webhooks, with the default REST APIs, and with the OAuth and application links. And if you want some extended level of integration, some advanced level of integration, then do explore with the marketplace app. And you can have Jira integrated with your uh, well-known applications, and your inbuilt applications as well. So I hope this this clarifies what is meant for. Um, I am open to question and answer. If anybody having any question, you check in the chat.
Yeah, Vedant, there are a few questions. The first question is, where can we get the client ID and secret key in OAuth?
Yes, that's a very very good question. Yeah. So client ID and secret ID is basically at the both the end. If you are talking about Jira Cloud, you have to initiate the client ID from the Jira Cloud itself. So let me try to show you from the Jira itself. Okay, hold on a second. Let me know if you can see my Jira or not.
Not yet, Vedant. It's displaying Q&A slide.
Okay, let me open Jira here. I hope Jira
Yes,
is
now.
visible. Okay.
Yeah, it is good.
Okay. So from the Jira Cloud, you will have to navigate to OAuth credentials. Okay, and you have to create a new credentials here. Okay, and this is the place where you have to pass the server base URL and give the permissions. And whenever you pass the server URL, the very first condition is that it must be on SSL. It must be over the secure socket layer only. You cannot have your local instance, or the application which is running on HTTP only. No, Jira will not allow it. Okay, as it's over the secure layer, you have to be on SSL only. So once you do that, it will generate a client and secret IDs, basically combination of tokens. Then you can basically just have to copy the client ID and secret ID to the other end of the application. So I'll open Bitbucket here. Let me go to, yeah. Okay, as you can see, once from the other end of the application, that is Jira Cloud, once you create some sort of tokens with your dedicated uh, with your dedicated uh, the target, the Bitbucket server. Here is the place where you can register your Jira Cloud site. So here is the place where you will need client ID, secret ID. That's it. So first entry point is, or first triggering point is from the Jira Cloud. Create your credentials, generate it, add the base URL, go to the target URL of your Bitbucket server, and add the client ID and secret ID. As you can see here, this is one of the example. I have registered with my this Jira Cloud app, Jira Cloud site. As you can see, status is connected. I hope this answered your question.
Yeah, Vedant. I'm going with the next question. So, can I know some source control programs with which Jira integrates?
What was that? Let me check it. I think there is some sort of echo, Janki. Or is it from my? No, I don't think so. It's from my end. Okay, let me go to the chat. Uh, okay, I got. Can I know some source control programs with which Jira integrates, or data can be backed up in the Jira? Some source control programs. Okay. Uh, this is something which I think you are talking about, again, a Bitbucket to Jira integration only, or you may or may not be talking about this, but yeah, I'm assuming that you are talking about Bitbucket or a GitHub integration with the Jira. Is that correct? Okay. Yeah. So similarly, what we have achieved with the Jira and Bitbucket. Bitbucket is again one of the in a popular source control management application. Similarly, you can also integrate with other source control management application like GitHub, and you can integrate similarly what we have integrated. Uh, in this case, it was a server. You can also link your uh, Jira cloud with your GitHub using again a native functionality that is let me show you from one of the project. uh, there is a code section which is available, and here as you can see on the screen, you can see or you can connect your your SEM tools like you know it's a GitHub. uh, it's a Bitbucket cloud. As you can see, from here itself you can again connect to Bitbucket cloud, but you have to be very you know very cautious while integrating with your Jira cloud to Bitbucket. If you are already having integration with Bitbucket server, you may have to look it very carefully. It may it may override the configuration if you have integrated Bitbucket with the Jira Bitbucket cloud with the Jira. So you have to be very cautious while integrating another Bitbucket here. Okay, so this is the way where you can again integrate Jira with other uh, source control management applications. I think that answers your question.
Yeah, Vedant. The next question is, what data can be backed in Jira?
What data can be backup in the Jira? What data can be backed up in Jira? Can you elaborate on that? Uh, so basically, we are talking about integrations only. If we, uh, the cloud architecture itself is, it's like that. Uh, Jira will not store your data, okay, as long as something which is like Bitbucket cloud. Your code will be residing on that Atlassian cloud itself, okay. But as long as the integration is, for example, I'm talking about uh, let's take an example of Excelate. If you are talking about Excelate and if you are integrating with the help of Excelate, Excelate will not store the data on the Jira cloud or on the Atlassian cloud itself. It will create their own servers, their own nodes in their infrastructure, and the two ends of the Excelate will talk to each other, and they are exchange the data. If you are cautious about data storage, data residency, then definitely you will have to explore on where the Atlassian stores the data, how you want it. If you are having data security and data related, uh, uh, definitely the things that you are really very cautious about data residency, then we have to go on the on premises the version of either Jira or Bitbucket, whatever the tools that you are talking about.
All right. So the next question is, how can we decide which third-party add-on is good for Jira integration?
Yes, definitely. So you basically need you need a requirement, some sort of a good requirement in a format that you are clear about the requirement. Once you are clear about the requirement defined from the customer, from the user, or from we can call it as stakeholders. Okay, so the requirement is clear, then you can do checks based on the requirement. Okay, you have to do a marketplace study for to go over and check for best suitable application. So you can categorize the marketplace apps based on the requirement, and also based on your I'll say uh, what are the the apps that you are looking for, whether it's a paid one, whether it's a freely available. Based on it, again, you can categorize it, and then you can look for the applications in a in marketplace, because there are plenty applications out there in the marketplace. You have to be, before that you have to be very careful about this. One is requirement, and then again it's it's your licensing stuff. I think that should be the starting point, and then as long as you proceed, you may have to look for it's whether it's what other development deployment option that you are looking for. It's a Jira Cloud, Jira Data Center, and so on.
Okay, the another question is, do you know any add-ons for integration like this kind of integrations?
Like this, in sort of what? It's like specific any use case, uh, or no? I guess I now have asked that. Yes. Okay, this was Yashwant. I'm not sure whether Arnav is listening. Do you want to clarify on that? Okay, no problem. I'll go ahead with the next question. Can reach out to me over the chat, or can reach out to me uh, over the LinkedIn as well. No problem. I'll go to the next question.
Yeah. So I'm planning to use Bugzilla. Can we recommend it to be a good practice when compared to Jira? He's planning to integrate Bugzilla, so it's a good practice when compared to Jira.
Will it be a good practice to use when compared to Jira? It's again depend on what are the requirement sets that you are having. If it's fit to what you are using, then we are good to go. But I would definitely recommend Jira.
Okay, there's a question from Ashwant. He would like to know how relatable are Obsidian and status page.
In terms of Jira, then yes,
But
definitely. If you are on Jira Cloud, then Optiony and the status page, as Optiony and status page, both are on the available as a SaaS application, not as an on-premise application. Then if you are on Jira Cloud and on basically on the Atlassian on as a SaaS application, then these two applications are very helpful to again achieve a next level of integration, and helps you to in the operations perspective. It more about talk about ops. It enhances your the operations, and speed up the operation, and at the different levels. I'll say, for example, at the incident management also, you can make use of Australian status page and integrate with Jira, you know, uh, in, to enhance the capabilities of Jira itself. So, does that answer your question? Thank you.
yeah, well, I think we are done with the questions. If you have any more questions, you can reach out to Vedant.
Okay, if there are no questions, you can just scan this QR code and you can connect me. It will leads to LinkedIn profile. Connect me over there, or you can simply we can have a chat on the JiraCon platform itself.